So one of the things that I always talk about is you want to balance between what did you do versus what did you influence. Right? So you want to highlight that thing that you've done and what you've done to delegate to others. That's a key piece of advice. So you want to talk about essentially your progression as a leader, how you've built, let's say, teams, how you empower people, how have you been able to achieve the overall goals of that ties back into the business objective. I think one of the key things as you move up in an organization, you want to be able to tie it back to the business. So not just you as an individual contributor, but you as a leader and overall contribution to the business objectives, the KPIs. That's really important. You want to speak specifically like what are those metrics of success and how did you really move the needle there? And I'm going to tie back into this one. I want to tell a quick story. I once had a client with over 20 years experience managing a huge, massive organization, like over 9,000 people. And she had a big interview with the CEO of a huge insurance company. And she had not had to look for a job for over 20 years. And so when we practiced this tell me about yourself question, the first try, she told her entire life story of how she progressed when I first started in this role, then moved to this, then moved to this. Most people by default do that. What I want to challenge you to do, what we've been talking about here, is really thinking about what is the theme that you're trying to tell? Like, what's the impression you're trying to leave? Like, if your theme is you want to showcase that you are a strategic leader who can manage like huge, amazing, like multi-million dollar projects and cross-functional teams, that's your entire story of tell me about yourself, of how your entire career has been that. And showcase that breadth of being a leader, managing people and influencing. You want to tell that theme consistently, and that's how they feel in terms of the stories and the roles that you've had, versus telling every single role. We want to be strategic. We want to be intentional. Right? Pick your top threes. And I know that's hard because when you think about this, right? It's like when we're out looking at ourselves, we're like, I've done so much. How am I just going to cut to the top three? Think of your top three proud career highlights. And why was that significant? What impact did you make? And identify the common themes and pattern here. Like, what are you really, really known for?